Everybody is laughing at the Prem champions. It seems as though Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to leave. He's announced it now, and well, rival fans have taken the opportunity to laugh at Liverpool, call them a small club, saying that if Van Dijk and Salah had the same opportunity as Trent, they would have left to Madrid as well. We've got Chelsea fans as well trolling Liverpool after beating them, even though we know Liverpool fans do not care. So a lot to get through, but before I begin, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe and the like as well. It would be greatly appreciated. But let's start with this Chelsea fan reacting after the game. Thought it was quite odd, but just have a look at this.
Cheerio, lads!
Bye, guys.
Oh, that is beautiful.
That's nice.
3-1, baby. 3-1. 3-1. 3-1. Goodbye.
Yeah, let's give him a trophy for that one, eh? I mean, I'm sure those Liverpool players in the bus, if they're even in that bus, because we know clubs use decoy buses, they're absolutely weeping and crying that Chelsea Football Club have beaten their second choice midfield and second choice right centre half in a game of football. And I'm sure Liverpool fans know they don't really care now. You know, obviously it would be nice to hit 90 plus points, and I'm sure that is going to be the internal target. But the league is wrapped up, and the Chelsea fans doing this is quite embarrassing, especially when they are saying things such as Liverpool, a small club. They're one of the people that were in on that. And I mean, Liverpool, you can care less. I was even watching the game and I was like, you know, Van Dijk was almost even embarrassed to be celebrating after scoring, because it was almost like, okay, I've scored, now what? You know, we've done what we've needed this season and what we can this season. So these games, you know, the season, let's just end it. If Liverpool could end the season now, they would. But obviously, you know, it'll be nice to do the trophy lift, and I'm sure they'll go for the Arsenal game. It'll be nice to put, for them, a nail in our coffin. And you're looking at the Crystal Palace game at the end of the season, a nice victory before the trophy lift. There's a lot of incentives for Liverpool to have when we look ahead to the future. And it didn't stop there from Chelsea fans. One of the biggest Chelsea accounts puts this out: LFC, the caption with Lavia, Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. And obviously that order is it's purposefully done, because I'm sure we all know Liverpool were after Lavia very heavily before he chose Chelsea. Caicedo as well before he chose Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez not so much, but there was maybe 0.3% interest in him from Liverpool. So Chelsea fans have taken this as an opportunity to sort of take the mick out of the Premier League champions. And, you know, after having to give Liverpool a guard of honour, I'm sure Liverpool fans don't care. At the end of the day, their players are the ones that have won the Premier League title. Meanwhile, Chelsea fans, the best thing they can do is put LFC as their captions and hope that their team could do what LFC did and win a Premier League. And that is the reality of these rival fans who are laughing, you know, because even stuff like this was coming out. Liverpool's dream became their nightmare today. If you ask any Liverpool fan, if you're watching this and you're a Liverpool fan, was your dream to win the Premier League, or was your dream to have Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo and Lavia in your midfield three? Because I'm sure at this point you couldn't give a toss about any of those three individuals playing. You know, even they kind of didn't have the grip of the game against Liverpool's B team in there, like Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott. You know, the second Endo was in there. I thought Endo had a pretty decent game once again. So when you look at that, you're almost embarrassed that Chelsea didn't win by 3-4-5 with that midfield three, you know, yeah. And that is the sort of reality of it. Chelsea, for all their talk, only winning 3-1, yeah, great for you in your hunt for top 5 football. But at the end of the day, you're not impacting Liverpool in any way, shape or form by saying players want to join you over Liverpool. And I'm sure that's going to change. It should change, because the only incentive of going to Chelsea is the fact that they're going to be in London. It really is. I saw a graphic earlier. Cole Palmer is in the top 10 highest goal scorers. Martinelli would be top 6 for Chelsea. Dominic Calvert-Lewin would be sneaking into the top 5. Just goes to show how Mickey Mouse that club actually is. But yeah, let us get onto the Trent stuff and have a listen to this Arsenal fan. I like his content, to be fair, normally. But yeah, let's hear what he says about Liverpool and Trent.
Yes. Smart lads. What a smart lads. Yeah, my God, Trent. Yeah. After 20 years at Liverpool Football Club, I will be leaving at the end of the season. My brother. Yeah, man said people won't be happy with it, but I'll always remain a Liverpool fan. Yeah, but all that. Yeah, you don't care about them, man. Let's keep that. But let's just be G-Rock, bro. Trent, I respect the star, be G-Rock, because you know what, You know what, one, you know, come say, yeah. Next season, it will not be the same, bro. Downfall, in route, and denting's there. And let's be honest, he's jumping ship before man sinks, blood. And to respect his still, blood, my brother. Because Salah, Van Dijk wanted to do this. If Real Madrid came calling for them man there, they're running. But guess what? Real Madrid didn't come calling for them man there. So guess what? They just thought, oh, man, I'll say, hey, you know the ones there, bro. And they didn't have the cojones to not sign a contract and go somewhere else. But it is what it is.
Cojones. If you think about it though, project-wise, what is better than Liverpool? And I'm not trying to just feed into the Liverpool fans here, but when I look across the world, I'd say Arsenal have a pretty good project. I'd say PSG are quite exciting as a project. I'd say, Liverpool obviously. But outside of that, Real Madrid, there's not really a project. It's just let's try and field all the best players in world football and see if they can work. Barcelona have got a couple of nifty players in there. Lamine Yamal, kind of exciting. Even Chelsea just buying youngsters, not really anything there. But I would say Liverpool are up there in the top 3 most exciting projects for a player. And that's what makes it even more confusing when you see Trent wanting to leave. And personally, I'm not going to tell Liverpool fans how they should feel about Trent Alexander-Arnold, without a shadow of a doubt. I don't feel it's our place as rival fans to say Liverpool fans should feel upset. They should feel happy. Because you can look at all of these accolades, 2 Premier Leagues, 2 Carabaos, an FA Cup, Club World Cup, Super Cup, Champions League, Community Shield, PFA Team of the Year a couple of times in there as well. That's pretty healthy. If you're leaving with those accolades, you can, as a neutral or someone from the outside, I'd be thinking, you know what, fair play. But it's the fact he's leaving on a free that I would get, upset. The fact he's been in negotiations for 2 or 3 years, that's upsetting, to be honest. The fact you could tell when his form dropped as well. The Manchester United game was atrocious from him. And I think the Real Madrid news just broke around that time as well. So it's a respect thing. The Liverpool fans may not feel respected by Trent. Although I did post a sort of video about, Trent and him scoring against Leicester. A lot of you guys and Liverpool fans were in the comments being like, you know what? It's all right, Trent ain't too bad. We ain't got any grudge against him. He's a great footballer. He's done well. But I do wonder if those opinions have stayed the same or they have changed. And it's kind of funny because this is a Manchester United fan. He says, Liverpool aren't an attractive outfit at all. There's a reason why they signed the players from small clubs. And you know what? I don't agree with this statement whatsoever. Liverpool pride themselves on, we don't buy superstars, we make them. Similar to Arsenal and our motto, we do that as well. There's only few clubs that do it. United have been in that sort of thing of now buying big players like the Casemiros and the De Ligt and the players who obviously have quite a stature in the game. But when you look around in the Premier League, you look at Liverpool and Arsenal, probably the only 2 teams where they don't buy out-and-out superstars. Even Declan Rice, you could say was a superstar, but there's too much debate around that for it to be seen as that. So at the end of the day, I don't think that's a diss to say Liverpool signed from small clubs. It just shows they're so successful. Look what they've won by signing players from quote-unquote small clubs. And obviously for Trent, leaving a team which is 15 points clear at the top, that's your own problem. Good luck at Real Madrid. Let's see how he does. But anyway, that's it for now. Hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, peace.